Well, good afternoon, Big Rock friends and family. What a great way to start day 4 of the 66th annual Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament with that wonderful charity video. Tommy Bennett here with you, of course. Pleased to be joined today by Crystal Hesmer, our foundation director, and the great Henry Hinton from 96.3. Henry's very gracious to volunteer his time for us. We'll get to a little bit of fishing action today, but again, appropriate to start off with a charity video today. Crystal, when you get right down to it, that's what it's all about at the end of the tournament. Tell us something about that and what you do for the Big Rock Foundation.
Well, you know, it's the reason the tournament exists, right? When the tournament first started, even its first season, was about bringing people to Carteret County and about raising the awareness of what our beautiful county held for people to come and visit and spend some time here. So it's always been about that and, of course, giving back and supporting our community. So that's what we do. That's why we are here. You know, that video was, what, is 3 years old now. We gave away $1 million. We gave away $1 million. And last year we gave away $1.6 million right here in this community, thanks to people just like you and the guys and gals that are fishing in this tournament. I was speaking to this lovely young lady over here in the neon pink just a second ago. Yes, just a lovely young lady. She said, "How can I buy one of those raffle tickets?" And I learned something real quick. Thank you. You can go on the Big Rock app and you can buy a hometown raffle ticket. You can go to thebigrock.com and right on the front page it says raffle. And you can buy a ticket to the raffle. Yes. Crystal, tell them what they get. Tell them what they get. So if you buy them online, you actually get a few more entries than if you just buy a one-and-one ticket. Sometimes people just prefer a $10 ticket, and that's what they wanted to do. But if you buy a $20 ticket, you get 3 entries online. So we're encouraging people to buy them online. You can do it easily with Apple Pay or with your credit card. But I'm also here, and I'll be happy to do whatever you would like to do or show you how to do it.
So the idea is you buy a ticket or $250 worth of tickets, and you win $20,000 that can be given to the charity of your choice. Whether you're from the state of Washington, the state of California, the state of Georgia, if you have a favorite charity in your hometown, you can split that $20,000 up to 3 ways, I think.
That's correct. Any Big Rock approved 501c3.
Now, Henry has bought some tickets. Henry, have you thought about who you're going to give them, who you would give the money to? I'm going to win, so who would you give the money to?
You know, we do a drive every Christmas called Operation Santa Claus in our radio stations, and we do it here in Morehead City, and we also do it in Greenville, so we have it in 2 different places. So when I win the money, I'm going to split it between the 2 and give it so we can make sure that we treat some families that might not otherwise have a good Christmas.
Yeah, thank you. So you get the idea. You can buy a $10 ticket. You can buy $20 worth of tickets. If you win the $20,000, you get to direct it to the charity of your choice. I know we've talked about your church, your elementary school, the local fire department, the local rescue squad, those types of things. Last year's winner gave theirs to Misplaced Mutts.
Yep.
I know the local animal shelter is a great recipient of a charitable donation. So if you have a chance, dig deep and buy a $10 ticket. Buy $20 worth of tickets. Or do like Henry did. You can buy $100 worth of tickets and challenge the person standing next to you. Or one of the girls in my office. I passed out the little cards in my office. She is the president of the RCS organization in New Bern. She has given that card to every board member on her board and has demanded that they buy a ticket. So she's trying to win the money, obviously, would go to RCS in New Bern and Craven County. So great idea, and Crystal will be here. I think Steve Goyon's around here somewhere. We get Steve up here. We'll talk a little bit too. So let's take a break here for just a second as we get going with Big Rock TV today on day 4 of the Big Rock Tournament. 56 out of 302 boats fishing today. No blue marlins coming to the scales today, but we hope to see some game fish, meaning yellowfin tuna, dolphins or wahoos. We saw some big wahoos yesterday, a chance to win $5,000 weekly in those categories. The dolphin category, y'all, pays out $603,500. Right now, a very beatable 46.2-pound dolphin in the lead there, caught on the Ava D a couple of days ago, a local boat from right here in Morehead City. So hopefully we'll see that leaderboard change a little bit today, but there is plenty to do. Fishing ended at 3 o'clock, so we would expect boats here, say in 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, who knows? We don't know, but be patient with us. Enjoy yourself here today. There's lots to do, lots of our vendors here. Of course, Father's Day is coming up, and you can buy a new truck for Dad over there at the Parker Buick GMC booth. You can buy some fishing lures. You can buy a new house for him from Linda Wright. Go see Dan Walker down there in the Napa booth. And, of course, the Jarrett Bay crowd is over here as well. And, of course, the Big Rock store is right behind you guys. And those of you that are listening online, watching online, thebigrock.com. You can shop to your heart's content there. And, Crystal, it's Thursday. Can it be there by Sunday?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. You buy something on thebigrock.com today, and Dad will get it by Sunday. All right, stay with us here. Day 4 is just getting started. Who knows what we're going to have? Maybe we'll see somebody try to win $600,000 and some change for a big dolphin. Who knows? Stay with us here. Day 4 continues, and our coverage will continue right here on Big Rock TV.
There is this giant excitement level for this tournament as we build up to it. Every boatyard's full of boats getting ready. All the tackle shops have tackle in there, getting ready, getting prepared.
I don't know of any captain that doesn't want to fish this, no matter if they're in Morehead City or Islamorada. We all want to be part of it.
The Big Rock is the greatest blue marlin tournament in the world, period.
Welcome to Big Rock Landing.
Bring him up, reel it. If he doubles on that line, you'll lose it.
Came up on the left short, pounded the bait.
$1,678,000. This is your new leader.
Morehead City was coming out of World War II. The Morehead City waterfront was boat building, commercial fish houses. It was a working commercial waterfront. There weren't that many sport fishing boats, certainly not what we know them as today.
Up until 1957, a blue marlin had never been landed off of the coast of Morehead City.
And a group of the local businessmen got together and said, well, let's put some money together and get people encouraged to go out there and fish for it and participate. And that's really the basis of where the tournament started from.
And September 14th, 1957, Jimmy Croy leaves the dock on the Mary Z with Captain Bill Olson from the Morehead City Yacht Basin. The sea trial for that boat, and they go out and catch a blue marlin.
I wish I could have been there for the excitement. That changed fishing in Morehead City forever.
We started out this small little tournament trying to put Morehead City on the map with sport fishing. Promote sport fishing in Carteret County, promote sport fishing in North Carolina, and give money away to charities. And so that was our very simple mission from day one.
The foundation is the charitable arm of the tournament, and the charitable arm is really why Big Rock exists, to fund our core charities. They depended on those funds every year for programs.
If for whatever reason the Big Rock tournament could not go on as planned, the foundation exists to make sure that those charitable donations will be made on an annual basis.
We have a core group of charities that we give to every year, a certain amount of money, but then we look for bigger projects and higher impact projects, something that the Big Rock could really make a difference in whether that project happens or not.
We've been able to do so much more than just what we thought the tournament could in the beginning. This past year, we were able to give $1 million away in a single tournament year.
The Big Rock Tournament is pleased to donate $1 million.
And I think it speaks to the growth of the tournament, the growth of the industry, the growth of Morehead City, the cultural phenomenon that the Big Rock has become.
The Big Rock is the Super Bowl of fishing. And when you think about the Super Bowl, you think about all the impact it has. How does it affect the community? How does it affect the state? How does it affect everybody that's around it or touches it?
I was in a meeting recently with one of our charities. The president of that organization looked at me and said, Tommy, our organizations have a lot in common. We're both in the hope business. The guys fishing, I hope I catch that big one. I hope I win that big money. But for those of us, maybe we're not participants, but we love the tournament. We love the charitable work that it does. The money that we give is helping achieve a hope that makes that dream become a reality.
When you really dig down to what the Big Rock is, the Big Rock is about changing lives. It's life-changing if you win. It's life-changing to the people to see a blue marlin for the first time. And it's life-changing to the charities that benefit. You're all part of that story.
And we would like to expand that growth into the community and to different people that want to be a part of the tournament, that maybe can't come and fish the tournament, but want to be a part of what the Big Rock is all about.
It's a donation from you. It's a t-shirt bought in our retail store. It's a sponsor supported across all 3 tournaments, Big Rock Kids, and KWLA. It's very important for all the support that we can garner to continue the legacy of Big Rock.
All right, welcome back, everybody watching us on Big Rock TV. Guys down here on the waterfront, thanks for hanging out with us. We're pleased to be joined now by Casey Wagner, a 2-time president of the tournament, current vice president of the tournament, and most importantly on his resume, the winner of the Big Rock tournament in 2014. Casey, it's been 10 years. I know you think about it every day. You had dark hair 10 years ago too, didn't you? No. Put your microphone up there. Turn it on. There you go.
No, I did not have dark hair then either.
When you think about it 10 years ago, what was it like that day when you pulled into the slip and Randy Gregory hollered out that number?
Well, we'd been fighting the fish all day long, and we hadn't really had a good look at the fish. And finally, when it popped up, we got him on the leader, and he came up behind the boat. My son was the mate on the boat, and I looked at the fish, and I looked at one of my best friends standing in the bridge beside me, and I just looked at him. I said, "We just won the Big Rock," right there. I knew we did because it was a huge fish, and. By the time we got back to the scales, we took it kind of slow coming in because we wanted to enjoy it. We slowed the boat down a little bit and just had a great ride in. And by the time we got here, it seemed like everybody I know in Morehead City and Eastern North Carolina was here to greet us, and it was just an unbelievable event.
Yeah. When you think about it today, what are the emotions today when you think about it?
Well, I want to do it again. I'm ready to repeat. I mean, everybody says, "Oh God, Casey, it's been 10 years," but I'm ready to go again.
Yeah. Henry, I was one of the girls, I think it was Anna maybe from the town of Morehead, asked about the emotion and excitement on money. And I told her, I said, that was about as good as I can remember. And I thought about that for a day or two, and I said, the only time that I remember more electricity in the air at Big Rock Landing was when Casey won in 2014. I mean, Casey knows everybody in Morehead, and they were all there.
They were.
Here's the question. We got 302 boats this year in 2024. Have any idea? You remember how many boats were fishing in 2014?
I don't know. Do you remember, Tommy? I don't know. You put us on the spot on that one.
But it's grown exponentially for the last 10 years.
I bet you Casey can tell you how much it weighed and how much money they won.
I was going to ask you that next. How much money did you win?
Well, unfortunately, we were not in the Fabulous Fisherman's category, so we didn't win all the money. But we had a nice check. I got it framed. It's sitting on my wall at home.
Yeah.
Did you cash it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the other thing, Casey, this fountain, this statue over here, you certainly had a lot to do with that. That Kent Olberg blue marlin there. Your name is on the fountain. All the winners are there.
Yep.
When you walk by that, there's fortune and glory in this tournament. The fortune is the check, but the glory's over there on that fountain. I bet you brought people down here and said, "That's my boat right there."
Oh, Tommy, I don't think there's any question that it's, there's a lot of money in this tournament, and certainly this year it's just gotten crazy with the amount of money. But, I don't care how much money it is. The money comes, the money goes. But that doesn't go anywhere. It's going to be right there. You've always won the Big Rock, and it's always on your resume, and it's still a big part of my life, and it's just amazing. I mean, almost everywhere I go, the first thing people say to me is, "Didn't you win the Big Rock?" It's that kind of thing. It's really crazy.
So let's talk about what it takes to win the Big Rock. Obviously, it's the biggest fish on the dock, but that doesn't happen on Saturday when you get 2 days before you leave the dock. Tell about the preparation that goes into it. What does it take to be a real competitor here at the Big Rock tournament?
I think you really start preparing for it in the off season. You start in December and January by getting your boat ready and doing certain things to the boat, maybe making certain changes, improving electronics, doing something with the engines. Maybe you get a different set of propellers to make it sound a little better. So you're doing all that stuff. Also in the off season, we're putting hook sets together, putting line on the reels, getting new tackle, maybe new rods, just all kinds of different preparation, things like that. Because I really believe one of the biggest keys to winning the tournament is preparation. I think, you've got to have luck, but you've got to be prepared when you have the luck. So when you get the luck, you better be ready for it and be prepared for it.
Is there a science to know where to fish and when to fish?
I think there is, and certainly the technology is playing a huge part in this these days. We get several different services give us satellite imagery of what the ocean's going to look like tomorrow and where temperature changes are, where eddies are going to be. So we're all studying all that kind of stuff. We get updates on it during the day on our phones or on our electronics on the boat to see where we need to be. So we're studying all that stuff, the week before the tournament, all the way through the tournament. Today, I'm studying today for tomorrow, for the next day. We're all looking at what the water's doing and what's going on. But we have a lot of technology to help us with all of that stuff.
And Henry, I would say the phone rings off the hook. Where were you? I heard so-and-so was over here. That one caught 3 and, on the 800 line and 150 fathoms. And it's just the network is amazing. The phone calls that are back and forth and the information that is shared and maybe the disinformation that's shared.
I was going to say,
do
you really share the information?
You got crooked on one of those, I think, in the first Big Rock Kids tournament, as I recall. You gave up some real information and somebody came in and stole your thunder, as I recall. It happens.
Yeah, you got to I think everybody's got a group. Everybody's got people they trust and everybody they work with. I don't think it'd be really hard to do this tournament by yourself because the ocean's so big and you need a lot of information. So you got to have people working with you. And I had breakfast this morning at 8 o'clock with your son, who's the captain on the Released, and Brian Moretti, who's the captain on the Real Quick, and my son, who's my mate, and we had breakfast. And I asked my wife if she wanted to go eat breakfast with us this morning. She goes, "I'm so sick and tired of hearing about eddies and formation of water and the temperatures or where you're getting bites." She said, "I don't want to hear any more about it." I said, "Okay, well, I'm going."
Big rock this, big rock that.
Yeah.
I know. Casey, we started off the show today with with the charity video. Had Crystal up here. We gave away $1.6 million last year. I know you've got a lot of thoughts on that. We're encouraging people to buy hometown raffle tickets, buy shirts at the Big Rock store. All that money goes to charity. What does that mean to you to be a part of this organization?
I know it's like you, Tommy. I'm very proud of it. I think it's by far the largest 100% charitable tournament there is. All of our money, all the profits goes to charity. And And I think it's one of the reasons so many people come. I mean, they feel really good about coming. Of course, they get to win a lot of money if they come, but they see what we're doing in this community and where that money's going to these schools and to the playgrounds and to the cancer centers and hospice house and aquarium and decoy museum. I mean, we've had a lot of impact on the community. And I know you and I have had discussions about this in the past about because we serve on the board of the Big Rock and we have been fortunate enough for all of this to happen and for us to have a substantial amount of money to give away each year. We feel like we have this opportunity to make Carteret County and Morehead City one of the best places to live. So I think I think it gives all of us a really good feeling to be a part of this. It's a great deal.
No question. All right, well, Casey, you've been very generous with your time. I know you got a lot going on. Carly, come on up here and say something. If you want to,
She's saying
sign
let the
language.
audience ask
Yeah,
questions.
here, just go right ahead, Carly.
Oh, I'm not too shy about asking people the hard questions.
You want me to go down and see if anybody's got any questions?
Yeah, get some questions from the audience.
Anybody got a question for Casey?
Okay, this is like a game of charades up here now that I'm looking
Anything you
at
ever wanted to
Tommy
know about
trying to
offshore
communicate
fishing,
with
this
me.
guy can answer. You got a
But
question?
one thing about Casey is that he is one of the most passionate board members that we have on our board. Casey has fished in, every single Big Rock tournament since?
1973, I think.
Yes, so he is right out there with all the guys competing for many, many years. And with all of that knowledge and expertise, Casey has created for 2025 the Big Rock Triple Crown series. So Casey, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's great time to tell you all about that. So next year we've put together this thing called the Big Rock Triple Crown. It's a series of tournaments, which is the KWLA, the Kelly Wagner Lady Anglers Tournament, the Big Rock Tournament, and the Big Rock Kids Tournament. So if boats enter in the Triple Crown, which is a separate entry, you can enter in the Triple Crown, and if you do, then you get points in each of those three tournaments that will culminate into a crown and a champion at the end of the year. And we got the really special package of prizes are going to be available. A lot of cool stuff we're giving out. But one of the coolest things is we've had Clyde Bailey involved with Bailey's Jewelry in designing a Triple Crown championship ring to give to everybody on the boat. And it's going to be custom made for each person, custom sized for each person. And I think it's going to be something that everybody's going to be proud of. And, I certainly would like to have the first set of them.
That's right. And like Casey mentioned, the Triple Crown is comprised of all three Big Rock tournaments. The Kelly Wagner Lady Angler Tournament, which is the largest ladies-only billfish tournament in the world. The Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament, which is the largest blue marlin tournament in the world. And the Big Rock Kids Billfish Tournament, which, as far as we know, is the largest kids-specific tournament in the world. So 3 of the world's largest billfish tournaments right here in Morehead City under the Big Rock umbrella. And hopefully each of you will come out and participate with us in 2025. Come to the scales, shop the gear, and support Big Rock and its charitable causes.
I think one of the great things about it, too, is we have the 3 different venues, and we've got, you got lady anglers that are their points are going to be counted. You got the Big Rock tournament points are being counted, and then you got the kids that are fishing in that tournament, and that's all going to be counted. So I think it really makes you a true champion if you can put together a whole team of all of that and come out with the winner. I think that's going to be really neat.
Absolutely. You got the best of the best, the next generation. One of Big Rock's main parts of its mission statement is promoting sport fishing, not only in Carteret County, not only in North Carolina, but around the world. And so through that, we have the Lady Angler Tournament getting ladies involved in competitive sport fishing, and the Kids Tournament getting the next generation of anglers involved in competitive sport fishing. And that's what Big Rock is all about. And it's so great to see. And we're very thankful for Mr. Casey Wagner and all of our board members that are dedicated to that mission. So thank you, Casey.
You're welcome.
All right, guys.
All right, Carly, we got a question over here.
Oh, perfect.
We got a question for Casey. What's your name?
Dusty,
Where are you from?
Tennessee.
All right. Well, welcome to the Big Rock. What's your question? This man has won the Big Rock. What's your question for him?
Yeah, how long have you been fishing and how many Big Rocks have you fished?
Well, I started when I was 15 years old as a mate on a charter boat here on the Morehead City waterfront. So I fished as a mate for a number of years, and then after I got out of school, I started being captains on boats and ran a variety of different boats. And I bought my first boat in 1985. That was mine. And we've been fishing just about every tournament. I think I've missed one tournament that I can remember out of since I was 15 years old.
All right, Casey, we got another question over here. What's your name?
David.
Where are you from?
I'm here. I'm living here.
Okay. Well, what's your question for Casey?
I'm sure everybody's curious about what happens to all the fish meat.
Say that again? Somebody was yelling.
All the fish meat.
What happens to the? That's a good question. We've talked about this before, but Casey, you want to tell them kind of what happens after the fish come out of the water and come up here?
Oh, yeah. We have a real big benefit here. We have 3 marine science labs here, but the one at the NC State Marine Science Lab that's here gets those fish, and they study them, and they can study a lot of different things about them. They rarely get the opportunity to see a real blue marlin, so they're very eager to get those fish and study them and kind of go through a lot of processes with them.
And the meat fish people get to keep, right?
The game fish they get to keep, yes.
Yep, and I'll kind of add to what Casey was saying. With our partners over at CMAS, they're right over there underneath that tent. And over the years, not only had they sent blue marlin tissue samples not only to labs in North Carolina and the U.S., but around the world. These species are a rare catch, and they are very, very thankful to have that data to report. Additionally, they've had a stomach content sampling study going on during the Big Rock tournament for just about 23, 25 years or so. So over the years, they've been able to analyze the stomach contents of the game fish and marlin that come into the scales, which provides excellent data for conserving the species, not only blue marlin and game fish, but the species they prey on.
Casey, you got time for 1 or 2 more?
Sure.
We'll take a couple more. Got a question for Mr. Wagner. What's your name?
Olivia.
Where are you from, Olivia?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, Chatham County. All right, what do you want to ask Mr. Wagner?
How long did it take to get the blue marlin in the boat?
Well, that's a good story. We, in our case, it took all day. And we hooked the fish a little bit after 9 o'clock in the morning when lines were in. Like I said, we didn't really get a good look at him, so we didn't know how big he was. It sounded, went to the bottom. After about 3 hours, we had him fairly close to the boat, and he took this giant long run and just about took all the line on the reel when he went. But it ended up taking us 5 hours before we actually got him in the boat. It was 754 pounds. I mean, 754 pounds.
All right, this young lady has a question. What's your name?
Blakely.
Where are you from?
I'm from Virginia.
Virginia?
Yes.
All right, what's your question for Mr. Wagner? Are you choking up now? Come on, you just told me what your question was. Come on, it's funny. Let's hear it.
Why can't my dad fish like me?
Why can't her dad fish like her? Okay, that's it. All right, what is your name?
Reagan.
Where are you from, Reagan?
Wilmington.
Do you have a real question for Mr. Wagner?
Yes. How many pounds was your biggest blue marlin?
Well, that was it. The year we won, it was 754 pounds. That was the largest one we've ever caught.
All right, last question right here. This lady has a question. What's your name?
Jackie Collins.
Jackie Collins. Where are you from?
Wendell, North Carolina.
All right, Wake County. Let's hear it. What do you got for Casey?
Actually, this one is for a fellow pork star.
Fellow pork star?
Yep.
What does that mean?
That's me.
Oh, you got a question for Carly? All right. Oh, this is good. I want to hear this.
Let's hear it.
What's your question?
So I heard if you eat a chicken leg on the boat, you know it's good luck, and then you throw it in the ocean, and then you catch the chicken of the sea.
The
I just wanted
Mahi.
to know if that was true.
You know, I have heard that. Funny enough, I do believe that if you eat some chicken on the boat, throw it in the ocean, you'll get a bite later on in the day. That is for sure. Going back to questions for Casey.
Right.
Love you, Jackie. Going back to questions for Casey, though. If I recall, you and Cole won the Big Rock tournament together, but what is your other favorite fishing memory with your son, Cole, or your 2 daughters? Other than the Big Rock win, of course.
Well, Carly, we've had a lot of fun together. We have fished together as a family, really our whole lives, and we've grown up as a fishing family. My 2 girls have
always try to fish in the Lady Angler tournament, but they also fish a lot during the rest of the year too. So I don't know. It's really that day was such a peak, I'm sure, but I don't know what to tell you after that. We've had a great time growing up together, and I think it's kept my kids out of trouble and kept them focused. And when you got to get up at 4 in the morning and go fishing, you can't get in too much trouble at night.
Well, Casey, thank you for being here and being part of the Big Rock Board of Directors. We're very thankful for all you do.
Great
for
stuff.
all
This
three
guy's a
tournaments.
legend, everybody. Let's hear it for Casey Wagner. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we're still waiting to see if we're going to have any game fish come. Again, no blue marlins today, but you never know what's going to come to the scale, so don't leave. We'll be back with some more.
After seeing Zack attack with my own eyes, I'll never pull another trolling lure.
I recognize the importance of being able to see fish. You need to see clearly what you're doing. Rigging, drag settings, tackling. All those things are important, right, to catching fish. I couldn't be more excited to see Costa Del Mar introduce a clear lens, so we can now truly see what's out there, no matter what time of day.
Dependable terminal tackle. It's vital in every venue. That's why professional anglers targeting bonefish to blue marlin rely on Diamond Fishing products. With an extensive selection of the finest monofilament, fluorocarbon, and braided fishing line in the world, it's time you avoid the rest and rig with the best. Diamond Fishing Products, the official line of Florida Sport Fishing TV, tournament-winning fishing teams, and busy charter captains from coast to coast.
After seeing Zack attack with my own eyes, I'll never pull another trolling lure.
I recognize the importance of being able to see fish. You need to see clearly what you're doing. Rigging, drag settings, tackling. All those things are important, right, to catching fish. I couldn't be more excited to see Costa Del Mar introduce a clear lens, so we can now truly see what's out there, no matter what time of day.
Dependable terminal tackle. It's vital in every venue. That's why professional anglers targeting bonefish to blue marlin rely on Diamond Fishing products. With an extensive selection of the finest monofilament, fluorocarbon, and braided fishing line in the world, it's time you avoid the rest and rig with the best. Diamond Fishing Products, the official line of Florida Sport Fishing TV, tournament-winning fishing teams, and busy charter captains from coast to coast.
guys, way to start it off here.
The Big Rock 66 Annual Daily Recap videos are presented by Diamond Fishing Products and Zacatec Lures.
There is this giant excitement level for this tournament as we build up to it. Every boatyard's full of boats getting ready. All the tackle shops have tackle in there, getting ready, getting prepared.
I don't know of any captain that doesn't want to fish this, no matter if they're in Morehead City or Islamorada. We all want to be part of it.
The Big Rock is the greatest blue marlin tournament in the world, period.
Welcome to Big Rock Landing.
Bring him up, reel in. If he doubles on that line, you lose it.
Came up on the left short, pounded the bait.
$1,678,000. This is your new leader.
Morehead City was coming out of World War II. The Morehead City waterfront was boat building, commercial fish houses. It was a working commercial waterfront. There weren't that many sport fishing boats, certainly not what we know them as today.
Up until 1957, a blue marlin had never been landed off of the coast of Morehead City.
And a group of the local businessmen got together and said, well, let's put some money together and get people encouraged to go out there and fish for it and participate. And that's really the basis of where the tournament started from.
And September 14th, 1957, Jimmy Croy leaves the dock on the Mary Z with Captain Bill Olson from the Morehead City Yacht Basin. The sea trial for that boat, and they go out and catch a blue marlin.
I wish I could have been there for the excitement. That changed fishing in Morehead City forever.
We started out this small little tournament trying to put Morehead City on the map with sport fishing. Promote sport fishing in Carteret County, promote sport fishing in North Carolina, and give money away to charities. And so that was our very simple mission from day one.
The foundation is the charitable arm of the tournament, and the charitable arm is really why Big Rock exists, to fund our core charities. They depended on those funds every year for programs.
If for whatever reason the Big Rock tournament could not go on as planned, the foundation exists to make sure that those charitable donations will be made on an annual basis.
We have a core group of charities that we give to every year, a certain amount of money, but then we look for bigger projects and higher impact projects, something that the Big Rock could really make a difference in whether that project happens or not.
We've been able to do so much more than just what we thought the tournament could in the beginning. This past year, we were able to give $1 million away in a single tournament year.
The Big Rock Tournament is pleased to donate $1 million.
And I think it speaks to the growth of the tournament, the growth of the industry, the growth of Morehead City, the cultural phenomenon that the Big Rock has become.
The Big Rock is the Super Bowl of fishing. And when you think about the Super Bowl, you think about all the impact it has. How does it affect the community? How does it affect the state? How does it affect everybody that's around it or touches it?
I was in a meeting recently with one of our charities. The president of that organization looked at me and said, "Tommy, our organizations have a lot in common. We're both in the hope business. The guys fishing, I hope I catch that big one. I hope I win that big money. But for those of us, maybe we're not participants, but we love the tournament. We love the charitable work that it does. The money that we give is helping achieve a hope. It makes that dream become a reality."
When you really dig down to what the Big Rock is about changing lives. It's life-changing if you win. It's life-changing to the people to see a blue marlin for the first time. And it's life-changing to the charities that benefit. You're all part of that story.
And we would like to expand that growth into the community and to different people that want to be a part of the tournament, that maybe can't come and fish the tournament, but want to be a part of what the Big Rock is all about.
It's a donation from you. It's a t-shirt bought in our retail store. It's a sponsor supported across all three tournaments, Big Rock Kids, and KWLA. It's very important for all the support that we can garner to continue the legacy of Big Rock.
I recognize the importance of being able to see fish. You need to see clearly what you're doing. Rigging, drag setting, tackling. All those things are important, right, to catching fish. I couldn't be more excited to see Costa Del Mar introduce a clear lens, so we can now truly see what's out there, no matter what time of day.
After seeing Zacatec with my own eyes, I'll never pull another trolling lure.
Dependable terminal tackle. It's vital in every venue. That's why professional anglers targeting bonefish to blue marlin rely on Diamond Fishing products. With an extensive selection of the finest monofilament, fluorocarbon, and braided fishing line in the world, it's time you avoid the rest and rig with the best. Diamond Fishing products, the official line of Florida Sport Fishing TV, tournament-winning fishing teams, and busy charter captains from coast to coast.
The very first blue marlin. You've got a winner right here on the spot. $1.7 million has been won right here of the 66th annual Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament. I think the man said we have a contender. That is a nice looking blue marlin here. 516 pounds. Here is your new leader. The very first.
Nice job, guys. Way to start it off here.
The Big Rock 66 Annual Daily Recap videos are presented by Diamond Fishing Products and Zacatec Lures.
This is like the biggest fishing tournament on the East Coast.
When Big Rock's here, it's like...
It really does feel unreal.
Wow, this is insane.
We gotta go check this out. There's a lot of money on the line too, you know, a lot of bragging rights.
The excitement, the people, the atmosphere. It's gonna be unreal.
Completely changes Moorhead.
I'm gonna be rubbing my hands saying, let's go.
Watch out, watch out. That's a big one. Holy cow. Forward, 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 forward. There we go.
I got some Collins t-shirts from Collins Boatings. Les Collins is the chairperson of the Big Rock. So we're going to give away a couple of these if you guys can answer my trivia question. Now, here's the rules. You cannot yell out the answer. If you yell out the answer, you are disqualified. You have to wait. You have to raise your hand after the question is asked, and then Ella will come to you. And Ella, you can ask them who they are, where they came from, where they live, and see if you can get an answer, okay? Let me see if I can find my trivia questions. I just lost them. All right, here's the first question. Again, raise your hand, don't scream it out. If you get the question wrong, you owe Ella $100. All right, you ready? Here's question number one for a Collins Boating t-shirt. In what galaxy do we live? All right, the man in the back, way back there. Back over here, Ella. This gentleman in the fish hat. No, back here, right here. He's walking to you. Teal shirt.
All right. So what is your name?
Mike Maloney.
And where are you from?
Watkins Glen, New York.
Wow.
All the way from
All
Watkins
right.
Glen.
So
That's
tell
racing
me,
country.
Summarize as somebody, I'm not from New York, I've never been. Tell me where that would be in New York.
Nowhere near the city.
And that's good. Let's go. All right. So tell me your answer.
I'm guessing the Milky Way.
The Milky Way, is he right? Do we live in the Milky Way? He is correct. He gets a Collins t-shirt.
Yes, let's go.
All right.
All right.
I got a 2X. Does that work for you? 2X? All right. All right, let's see. Here's another question. Again, raise your hand. Do not scream out the answer. If you scream out the answer, you are disqualified. Ella will come to you and you raise your hand.
Oh.
Here's the next question for a Collins Boating t-shirt. How many colors are there in a rainbow? Right there in the pink, right in front of you, Ella, right there.
All right. Okay, so what is your name?
Riley.
And where are you from?
Wilmington.
All right, so what is your answer?
7.
7.
Is 7 correct? Yes, 7 is
All right,
correct.
and
All right.
bonus, can you say like the abbreviation?
Yeah, Roy G. Biv.
Roy G. Biv, yes.
We got to try, Ella, we got to try to find her a t-shirt. I don't know if we got one that'll fit her. We might have one that'll fit her daddy. But we'll see if we can find her one in a second. All right, don't go away. We'll get you a t-shirt. All right.
We'll get you a t-shirt.
Let's
Don't
do
you
one
worry.
more. Anybody else want to win a t-shirt? All right. Here's a question for you. Raise your hand. Do not scream out the answer. If you know the answer, Ella will come to you. If you raise your hand prematurely like this gentleman, you're disqualified.
Uh-oh.
Here's your question. What is the world's highest mountain peak? Oh, this guy's, you Ella $100. You can't do that.
Oh, $100?
I think it's this gentleman over here with holding the little girl.
All right. Okay, so what is your name?
Nick.
And what is your name?
Blake.
And what is your name?
Ansley.
What is your name?
Lily.
Lily. All right, so where are you guys from?
Swansboro.
Far drive, far drive. Okay, so what is your answer?
Mount Everest.
Mount Everest.
He says Mount Everest. What do you think? Is he correct? The highest mountain peak in the world, Mount Everest. Anybody? I'm sorry, sir, but you're absolutely correct.
Hey!
All right, you get a Collins Boating t-shirt. Give him this pretty green one. Aren't these good looking? All right, give him that one. All right, I got to find something for the other young lady that won there a second ago. I don't see anything for her. All right, we'll give away some more stuff later. Don't leave us. More Big Rock TV coming up. And hopefully we will have a boat in here with a game fish shortly. So stay with us. All right, Madison has given us some more stuff to give away. These are some beautiful hats. Look at these hats. From is it Costa? You say Costa? Is that right?
Yeah,
is it Costa?
Costa. It's a little
Or
bit more
Costa?
like a Costa vibe.
Who knows? Is it Costa or Costa?
Isaiah, what are your thoughts? It's a Costa.
Costa. All right, Ella, jump down there. Let's find some more trivia
right.
questions. Here's one for you. Since it's U.S. Open week, anybody know anything about golf? All right, we got we've got beautiful Costa hats here, Costa hats. All right, raise your hand. Do not scream out the answer. And Ella will come to you. Here's the question. Name a professional golfer who has won the U.S. Open twice. All right, this little guy right here.
All right, so what is your name?
I'm Braden.
And where are you from?
Tennessee.
Where in Tennessee?
Mount Juliet.
All right, so if somebody's not from Tennessee, where could you describe Mount Juliet?
Right out, like 30 minutes from Nashville.
Okay, so what is your answer?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
That is incorrect.
That is incorrect.
That is incorrect. I don't believe Tiger Woods has won it twice. I don't think so. I'll double. Do you think that he has? Or are you guessing? No, I don't think so. There's 3 people that have won it. Hey, Steve. There are 3 people who won it. Who wants to try next? All right, go over here. That little cluster of ladies over there.
Hey, we got the cluster. All right, so what is your name?
Ashton.
And where are you from?
Statesboro, Georgia.
And where did you get that gorgeous dress?
Timu.
Hey, I respect it. I respect it. No, I respect it. It is gorgeous. Okay, so what is your response?
Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler.
That is incorrect.
Well.
That is all right. We got a gentleman over here in the blue shirt.
All right.
That is incorrect. There are 3 people who have won 2 U.S. Opens.
Well, hello. What is your name?
Mike.
And where are you from?
Pensacola, Florida.
All right. So, Mike, what is your response?
I'm going to try Jack Nicklaus.
That is incorrect. All right, now here's a hint for you, okay? Does anybody need a hint? Here's a hint. One of them happens to be on the Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament Board of Directors. That gave it away, didn't it? All right? All right. Come over here. This gentleman right here says he knows who it is.
Okay.
And here's another hint. It's not Tommy Bennett.
All right. So, what is your name?
I've got 2 names. My radio name is Johnny Dollar. My real name
Johnny Dollar?
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
I'm a beach music DJ.
All right.
From Danville, Virginia.
Nice.
So I know some folks from Virginia.
Yeah. What's your real name?
Philip Wells.
All right, Philip.
You ever heard of Curtis Strange?
I think we've heard of Curtis Strange. Give that man a
You
hat.
have too.
Give that man a hat.
It's Curtis Strange.
All right. All right. Now I'm questioning myself.
Virginia.
Now I'm questioning myself whether or not Tiger Woods has won 2 also. So give that young man a hat. He's won 3.
Well, he has won 3.
The question I meant to ask was how many people have won back-to-back U.S. Opens. So I blew that. So who else answered? We got to give this other guy a hat. Who was it that answered? Jack Nicklaus. Where'd he go? Jack Nicklaus? Is your father-in-law? Are you telling the truth? Okay, give him a hat. All right. And by the way, we were just told we have a fish coming in finally. We have a fish coming in, so stand by for that. All right, this is a Wahoo coming in, and right now the record Wahoo for the week is 61.5 pounds. That was caught on the Bobo Joe by Richie Howell, the captain. So we'll see if this fish is going to be 61.6 or higher and in the money. We'll see. All right, we got a wahoo on the scales, going up on the scales here. Again, the number is 61.5 pounds. I don't think that one's going to make it. We'll see. Not a wahoo. What is it? Oh, it's a dolphin. I had heard it was a wahoo coming in, but this is a dolphin. Caught on the retriever. The angler is Thomas Ledbetter. And the captain is Burke Steele. Randy says it's 10.3, so this one will not be in the money. But still, a nice meal for somebody tonight. So congratulations to Thomas. First place money for today. That's a good point. Yep. See if we can figure out what that is.
All right, I'll interview you. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. All right, so where are you from?
I'm from Shelby, North Carolina.
Shelby. Now, where is Shelby, North Carolina?
The western part of the state.
The western part of the state. Okay, so tell me about that catch today.
I ate a left short rigger and cranked him right in. That was about it.
So tell me, how was it out today?
It was a little sporty. It was fun. Conditions, everybody got back safe, so we're good to go.
All right, well, congrats. You're going to be eating good tonight.
And here's the good news. As the first dolphin in today, I'm told by Madison that looks like you've won $2,000. So, is that right? If it holds, he wins another $1,000, right? No? Wait a minute. Come here, Madison. I don't want to get this wrong.
We award two places per game fish a day, 2,000 and 1,000.
Okay. All right. So does this fish win for the first in?
No,
it has to be the biggest in. All right. So if another one comes in bigger, guys, I told you wrong. I don't want to mislead you. But congratulations.
All right, guys, we are going to go over to the NC State University Science Tent. They are with the CMAST group, the Center for Marine Science and Technology, right here in downtown Morehead City. We're going to talk to Paul. We just saw this dolphin wade in, and Paul is a researcher at CMAST. They have been conducting a study analyzing stomach content of these fish for how many years, Paul?
22 years.
So a lot of years of science, a lot of fish cut open. Paul, can you tell us what the most interesting thing you've ever found inside of a dolphin is?
So, Carly, probably one of the most interesting things that we're trying to keep track of is actually maybe not the single most interesting item, but something that we're kind of looking at is dolphins are voracious cannibals. We're seeing a pretty regular rate of cannibalism over the years, on the order of 10 to 15% of the predator stomachs that we open have cannibalized prey. And that's one of the things we're trying to see if we can't eventually, in a future research project, index future abundance, forecast the future abundance of dolphin fish via rates of cannibalism at some period of time before we're trying to index that abundance.
Wow, okay, so in layman's term, they're feasting on each other. Is it a concern for the long-term population? Is that what you're hinting at?
No, definitely not. What I'm hinting at is we might be able to look at how that feasting, that rate of feasting on each other can predict the future abundance of the species.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, I'm excited to see what's inside of this Mahi's stomachs. Can you show us? This part is a little gruesome, guys, so we'll see what happens. They're going to do all the digging and get the stuff out right now. Fun fact, which some people might know, you can tell if a dolphin is a male or female by the head shape. The females have a rounder head, whereas the males, also known as bulls, have a more square head shape. Any guesses as to what this dolphin is, male or female? Ella, you want to come take a look?
All right.
This is our intern, as you guys know. This is her first year being down at the weigh station. So, Ella, can you tell us?
All right. So, I'm going to give it more of a female guess.
Is she correct?
She is correct.
Let's go.
Yeah, lots of eggs in this one. We can tell how soon, biologists, much smarter than myself, can typically tell how soon the female's going to extrude her eggs by looking at the percentage of hydrated eggs in the ovaries. And it doesn't appear these eggs are very hydrated, but there are two very large prominent ovaries. So her guess is correct.
Wow, way to go, Ella. You deserve a raise, I think, for that one. Not looking like much in this stomach that they can identify as of right now, but it sure is interesting. Dr. Paul is piecing some of the contents together. Maybe can give us a guesstimate as to what this Mahi's last meal was. Any guesses, Paul?
So we have a lot of really well digested fish prey in the stomach, Carly. Definitely no cannibals here or no cannibalized prey, but some of the shape of the very digested fish prey would indicate that maybe we have some carangids in here, and carangids for folks in the audience are members of the jack family. So certainly some of the shape of some of the remaining fish contents in the stomach contents of this predator would indicate that we maybe have some jacks in the diet today.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Paul, and all of your team for your 22 years of research. Everything that they do at the CMAS Center is phenomenal for conserving not only game fish and blue marlin, but every species in the Atlantic Ocean. So thank you guys for being here and being a part of the Big Rock Tournament. Fun fact about Mahi, the average age of the dolphin weighed in during this tournament is 2 to 3 years. Am I correct on that? Less? Maybe a year or less?
Probably closer to a year based on the size of the animals that have been brought to the weigh station this year. Most of them were probably born sometime in 2023.
Gotcha. Okay, so the 46-pound dolphin that is currently in the lead in the Parker Boats Dolphin Winner Take All division, Paul's telling me that it might be closer to 2 years old. So it's incredible that those fish grow so quickly. And blue marlin that you see come into the scales, Paul, typically how old are they?
Really tough to guess, Carly. There's some new techniques. Be honest with you, I'm not particularly familiar with those new techniques that are coming out to age blue marlin, but we think anywhere between 10 to 15 to 20 years old. But one of the interesting factoids in blue marlin biology is all the animals coming to the tournament scales. Those are all by that size. They're all females, exclusively 100% females.
That's incredible. Paul, thank you guys again for giving us our science break of the day. We always love nerding out with you guys.
Okay, thanks for letting me take a little break there. I had a little sponsor duty to do on behalf of the Big Rock. So back with you here. And Henry back with us and Steve Goyone here, our tournament artist. We're going to talk about the Big Rock Big Hero program. Every year for the last 5 or 6 years, the Big Rock tournament has issued an invitation to 5 or 6 very deserving members of the armed forces and even our Coast Guard friends from right here in Atlantic Beach to come down and participate in the Big Rock tournament. We've got captains and boats who are willing to take a service member fishing, and it's just been one of the absolute best things we've ever done. Our geography here is such that we are surrounded by the world's largest Marine Corps air stations, and that's another reason why the service means so much to us. We had a flyover yesterday, 4 or 5 Black Hawk helicopters, I think. Oh, look, it's Michael.
Every time a plane goes over, people think it's Michael.
Yeah. But anyway, we are so blessed to live in a great place, a great country, and here in Carteret County, a great place. Probably one of the safest places on the planet if you think about it. There's lots of airplanes and lots of stuff stationed around us at Cherry Point and over at Marine Corps Air Station New River in Jacksonville. Henry, I know you've got some thoughts on that, and Steve has helped us out with some artwork. We're going to watch a video here in just a second.
Well, I just want to say that the Big Rock Big Hero program, Tommy, is one of the most impressive parts of this week every year. And I'm always amazed, and I know we're going to talk to Steve about that in a minute, I'm always amazed to meet the service members that are able to go out and fish and then not only hear the story of how it's on their bucket list and what it means to them, but to find out a little bit about them and find out what their lives are about and how this plays such a big role for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And Steve has been very generous, has created a print that we give to each member, each participant here on an annual basis. I know, Steve, it means a lot to you, too.
Yeah, it really does.
Turn your mic on there, Steve.
Put it on there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we aren't good. Yeah, it really does. It's amazing to me when you talk to these veterans that come up here and they just talk a little bit. They don't talk much about what they do. But, when you hear they've been in for 14 years, they've been deployed 6 times, and they stand up here and they tell us that this is their bucket list. Right. And one of the sergeants we had up here a day or two ago, what did he say to us? He said that this was a dream of his to do, and he would just wish he could do this every day. And we were very quickly to tell him that it wasn't for him and the other veterans that made the decision to do this, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have the Big Rock. We wouldn't be having this freedom to go fishing that we do.
Absolutely. One of the great things about it too is that our friends over at Triworks, the guys that are walking around in all these, what color are those shirts today? Teal shirts, yeah, the 3 zeros on there. They produce a video for us every year that highlights the Big Rock Big Hero program. We're going to watch the very first one that they made, and I don't know if it's the fact that it was the very first one or not that just gives me chills every time I see it, but I still think it's the very best one that they did. So if the guys are ready, Josh, roll that first Big Rock Big Hero video for us. Y'all watch this. I think you'll be impressed and moved at the same time.
My husband, like I said, always goes above and beyond. Our daughter has ulcerative colitis. It made me cry. So he has pretty much stayed in the military for her.
After 9/11, you had all the people coming back from the initial push, and you hear about all the people that got hurt over there, and I kind of wanted to go over there and make a difference. I wanted to go over there and kind of help bring people back alive.
It's a great opportunity, so
the least we can do for these guys that serve us. So it's a wonderful opportunity, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
And I'm very humbled. It tremendously means a lot for y'all to be here and for everything the El Cazador did for me. You guys made my year. Thank you. Let's get your room.
He's getting ready to retire, and it's going to be a huge stepping stone for us. He's spent 25 years in the military.
I think that's a tremendous extension of gratitude to the service members in this area.
And he really did deserve to be out there. And he caught his very first biggest fish. It's the first time he ever been offshore, so that was a blessing in my heart.
You couldn't put a price on that, not a bit. It's between Mr. Mark here, you couldn't. Today was great.
We get to give back just a little bit. It would mean so much to Brad. I think it did.
It's just a natural thing to do. We have to give back to those who give to us. Come on.
That was an amazing day. I just want to thank Mr. Gold for this whole thing.
My pleasure.
It was great.
He had said, well, I'm not a hero, let somebody else do it. I thought he was really deserving because he does work hard, gives 100% to everything he does.
I feel a little bad saying this, but when I was out there, I didn't think about anything except for being out there. And that was probably the first time in 14 years that that's happened to me, so it was awesome.
I show that video when I go and talk to Rotary clubs and Chamber of Commerce meetings around town, and I always finish up. I get the same reaction every time. It's just very moving to watch and see that. And I say, y'all, this is a fishing tournament we're talking about that does this. And I think people are just blown away. They see blue marlins and they see 60-pound dolphins. But they just don't realize the impact that this tournament has on so many people through its charitable work and through its recognition of these fabulous service people who give so much to us that we can stand right here. So glad you enjoyed that. It's one of the reasons we ask you to dig in your pockets and say, buy one of those hometown raffle tickets for $10 and go over to the Big Rock store and buy a T-shirt. It's the profits from that go a long way and help us do things just like you saw. So Steve has been a big part of that, helps us out every year. And Steve, we give you a chance to plug your business a little bit. We got some giveaways here. So maybe some trivia questions. I don't know. You're on.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I've been a marine wildlife artist for over 25 years. I live in Wilmington, North Carolina. And I get to travel the world doing this. It's a privilege. I've been almost in every ocean all over the world, but there's nothing better when my phone rings in September and Madison's on the phone or Crystal's on the phone and they're saying to me, well, what are you doing next June? And that's always a big day for me. So it's been really, really great to be a part of the Big Rock for a number of times I have. So, but recently, about a year ago, I teamed up with a apparel company, Pelagic Gear, who was the title sponsor for the ladies tournament, as a sponsor for the Big Rock, and we've developed this really cool apparel line. At least I think it's cool. So I got a few things to give away here. So the first thing it's appropriate. I have an extra large performance shirt. I'm actually wearing a short sleeve one.
Wow, that's beautiful.
This is an extra large. Is there any active military person out here? Anybody in active military? Men, women, I don't see anybody. Where? Who's it? You active?
Sam.
Come on. You're active. No, come on. I don't care if he works Friday.
Sam.
It's
All
active.
right.
Come on. Yeah.
Sam, you want me to hold the camera on you?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Well, this is pretty cool.
Is this a union issue?
That's pretty funny.
I think that'll fit. There you go.
There you go.
Have at it.
Congratulations, man. And thank you for serving, man. That's really great. That's good. Thank you.
This thing's heavier than I thought it was, dude.
Okay, now we'll have some fun. Hold this one up here. This is cool. I love small T-shirts. Okay, this is for a little one. We need a little. Okay. So okay, they're holding them up. So let's do this. Well, you're good at this. Okay. Okay, hold on. We're gonna pause. We have a fish coming in. We'll pick it up.
All right.
We have a very large wahoo over here from the Relentless Pursuit, and the angler is Jaden Passantine. It is 42.8 pounds.
I think that's just under, Tommy.
Yeah, not quite going to move the leaderboard. Just checking that. Yesterday, the Boba Joe 65.1 and the Real Joy 54.6. Not going to move the weekly leaderboard, but in position to pick up a couple $1,000 for the largest wahoo of the day. Great job over there. Yeah. Henry, I got to interrupt again. Christina Hooper from Morehead City. We have your pocketbook in the Big Rock store. Christina Hooper from Morehead City. And I'll pick it up again yesterday. Emily Morris, whoever you are, I have your debit card, and you bought $100 worth of Big Rock hometown raffle tickets yesterday. I'm just kidding.
She hadn't picked that up yet. I think it's time for us to take that to dinner.
Yeah.
If she doesn't get it in 24 hours, we use it for dinner.
Okay, there's got to be a rule about that somewhere. All right, Ashley.
What's up, Jaden? How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
So only about 50 boats went out today. The weather wasn't the best. What can you tell me about the conditions out there?
It was a little wavy, but we got through it. We got us a fish. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Yeah, it didn't stop you from getting one. Tell me about this catch.
It wasn't too hard. We got it in pretty fast. Landed it. Secured it.
Nice, nice. And is this your first time at Big Rock Landing?
Yes.
Well, congratulations. It's our largest wahoo of the day.
Are we ready to give away that small shirt?
Yes, Steve's over making friends. He'll be back in a minute. These are really nice, Henry.
Beautiful. And we need a little person on this.
Yeah, we got to have a little person's trivia question, maybe.
Raise your hand. I got a question for you. You ready? We're going to check and see if you guys were listening to Mr. Tommy a minute ago. Raise your hand when I ask the question, and I'll come to you, all right? Here's the question. We just heard from Mr. Steve, Mr. Guillaume, who's a world-famous artist. Tommy said where he is from. Where is Mr. Guillaume from? Oh, you ready? Wait a minute. What's your name?
Tell him to say Adela.
Sandella?
Adela.
Adela, that's beautiful. All right. Adela, where is Mr. Guillaume from?
Say Wilmington. Say it. You better say it.
If you don't say it, I'm taking the T-shirt.
Say Wilmington.
That's funny.
Come on, Adela. Say Wilmington. All right, we're going to give it to her because she's so beautiful. Because Mama knew.
All right.
Mama knew that Steve is from Wilmington.
There you go. There you go, honey.
How about this T-shirt? Isn't this beautiful? This is some of Steve's artwork right here. Doesn't he do unbelievable
One more
work?
with the tumbler, and we're going to do it for the crowd over there.
All right, Adela. I want to see you wearing this the rest of the week. Don't wash it ever.
Okay, yes, sir.
Oh, we got a mug?
Yeah, we got one more. And what we're going to do is, because the last two things went this way, from that man in the bright green shirt there, I'm looking at you, straight ahead. It's for there, all the way over. It's for you over there, okay? That part of the crowd.
You got a question, Steve? You want me to come up with one?
You You come up more. You're good at this, man. You're really
All right, I'm
good.
going to use one Tommy's used in years past.
All right, that
All right?
crowd over there.
All right, from the green shirt back this way, raise your hand, I'll come to you. The Big Rock Blue Marlin tournament was originally named what? It was not the Big Rock. What was it? Anybody? Bueller? All right, here's a hint. It's also the name of one of the big prizes that's already been won this week. All right, back here. Back here in the back. Come on up here. All right, let's see. What's your name?
Grayson.
Where are you from?
Wilmington.
Oh, hometown of Mr. Guillaume. All right, what was the original name of this fishing tournament before it was the Big Rock?
Fabulous Fisherman.
Fabulous Fisherman is correct.
He's got it. And we didn't set this up. You're from Wilmington.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is this your son?
No.
Okay.
No, he's too big. Okay, you hold a second.
You got to hold that up and let people see it, Steve. That's beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that something? Some of Steve's great artwork right there. And he's autographing it. I'm so jealous.
We need something for seniors.
All right, congratulations. And Steve's artwork is on the plaque that is given to the Big Rock Big Heroes, which you'll see once we have one of those guys join us. We've had several already this week.
Can I give you this back?
Oh, look at that. Sharp.
Oh, yeah.
Well, many thanks to Steve Goyone for all of his beautiful artwork first, and for just taking his time to participate in the Big Rock Big Hero program. And he's a big promoter of the Big Rock tournament, and we are very appreciative. Steve, the Relentless Pursuit just weighed in? Yeah, Relentless Pursuit. Guys, this is a 95-foot sport fisherman made by Jim Smith. It is a ship. You can see it. If you look right over there to the southeast, you can see it. Looks like it may be a yellow boat from here. Boy, that is the largest boat fishing in this year's Big Rock tournament. A little bit longer than the Speculator, the 92-foot Viking that is leading the weekly release category. Look at that thing. That's a great shot. We set that up perfectly. It's just turned side to. Y'all, that is a 95-foot enclosed bridge. Randy's coming up. He's got the scoop. Okay, he's going somewhere else. So they come in all sizes. I bet you Carly can tell us the smallest boat fishing in the tournament this year, too. Go right ahead.
Well, I can tell you a little bit about that boat. That, like I said, is a 95-foot Jim Smith, and that boat is based out of the Gulf of Mexico. They've been fishing for years in a very, very successful team out in the Gulf of Mexico, where they go much further offshore. They're fishing the oil rigs, which can be 200 miles. So a lot of times down in the Gulf tournaments like this, the boats are a lot larger than 60 or 70 feet, because they'll leave on a Thursday morning to go fishing, and they don't have to be back until Saturday night. So they go and they stay out. So, but that one there, even down in the Gulf, that's the big girl right there. Just it's an honor to have that. I didn't know the boat was up here, and my guess would be that boat's going to head to Bermuda after this tournament.
I would think so too. So, Steve, you know, the idea is for the Big Rock tournament, people come from all over to be here. It's all about big fish and big money, and they want to come here. And I hope they also come because they get treated very well and get to hang out with you a little bit too while they're here.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see the boats that congregate here, and they come here to fish the Big Rock because it is the Big Rock and all it has to offer. And then what they'll do is when this tournament is done, they're going to watch the weather. And when they get a good shot of a couple days of weather, they'll take off from here and head 600 miles east to Bermuda. and that's where a series of tournaments goes on in July. But Tommy's right. Boats come from all over to fish the Big Rock. It's part of their schedule, and then head east from here.
All right, guys, a little slow today. 56 out of 302 boats fishing offshore. We have 2 more days left. The rules say you have to fish or you have to lay at the dock for 2 days. So obviously some guys laying today, fishing those first 3 days. Probably lay today and tomorrow, I would think. The weather's going to be a little sporty. And we should have a shootout here on Saturday. So we will be with you here for a little bit longer. The scales stay open until 7. We'll probably be out of here a little bit before then. But enjoy yourselves. Those of you that are here live on the Morehead City waterfront, there's a lot to do. The smells of the restaurants are making me hungry, Steve. And another gloriously beautiful day here on the Morehead City waterfront here at Big Rock Landing. So a reminder, special reminder, I thought about this a minute ago. There's a concert. We don't want you to leave here quite yet, but 7 o'clock or so on the campus of Carteret Community College, 38 Special will be here in concert. Those of you that are my age might want to think about buying a ticket. You can buy a ticket right at the door. Walk right in. I remember 38 Special from my youth. There you go. Steve's going to sing in just a second. Yeah. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, head out to the Carteret Community College campus and buy a ticket and go see 38 Special live in concert tonight. So we'll be with you here as day 4 of the 66th annual Big Rock Tournament comes to a close. And thank you for being here with us. We'll have more here in just a minute. Stay with us. All right, everybody, we've got a surprise visitor here at Big Rock Landing. This is the Signet you see right offshore of Big Rock Landing. This is a 44-foot Rybovich, an absolutely classic sport fishing boat. And they picked up $5,000 today for the Gregory Poole first bill fish released of the day. You're going to pick up a cool check for $5,000. And here they come. Maybe they'll try that again. Take a look at that. Just a classic looking, beautiful Rybovich sport fisherman. Coming in all the way from Stuart, Florida. As we mentioned earlier today, boats coming literally from all over. As far away as New Orleans, Louisiana, all through the Gulf of Mexico, Florida, of course, and all the way up to probably about as far north as Delaware. Make their way to Morehead City every year, and the Signet has joined them this year. So making landfall here at Big Rock Landing, adding another chapter to the history of this hallowed place. I'm going to pick up a cool check for $5,000.
Yes, and Tommy, these boys are fishing out of Hatteras this week, so we are thrilled to have them here at the scales today. It's not an easy ride back here from Hatteras, so we're very excited that they made it here safely. As most of you guys are aware, there was some concerns about the weather today and over the next couple days, so they might have had a rough day out there, but they still captured that Gregory Poole Marine first release of the day worth $5,000.
Well, Crystal and Carly have a check for them here. So let's hear it for the crew of the Signet picking up $5,000 for the first billfish release of the day. Great job, fellas. All right, how about a little applause from the crowd? Get some smiles on those boys' faces. There you go.
Who was the angler for the fish today? All right, you're the lucky one.
Yeah, I was.
So you guys were the first release of the day. A lot of boats laid today. We only had 56 teams out there. Tell us what the weather was like, how the ride out there was.
Oh, the ride was fine, but we have a small boat, so we have to pick the best days, and we had the 4 days, the best were the first 4.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So whenever lines were out, how long was it before you guys hooked up with the Blue Marlin?
All 3 of ours have been within the first, 35, 40 minutes.
Funny enough, this morning, whenever we were confirming that you guys were the Gregory Poole first release of the day, I pulled it up, and you released your Blue Marlin on Monday, I believe, at the exact same, Tuesday, the exact same time at 9:48. So that must be a lucky number for you guys.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations, $5,000 for you and your crew. And we've got to ask, what's the meaning behind the boat name?
It's a baby swan.
Any ties for anyone on the crew for Swan?
No, it was just what was the name of the boat. And it's bad luck to change the name of the boat when you get it.
Hey, I can't agree more with you. Well, thank you guys so much for making the trip all the way down here to collect that check. And hopefully you guys will be back next year.
Yeah, we hope so. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Carly, and thanks to our longtime sponsor, Gregory Poole, for stepping in and helping us recognize that first billfish release every day. Joining this week, the Bank Walker on Monday, the Demolished Prophets on Tuesday, the Bow Movement yesterday, and the Signet today, each one picking up $5,000, and there'll be another lucky winner tomorrow, most likely. So stay with us here. We're going to wrap up this episode of Big Rock TV. Carly will be back up here in just a minute. Congratulations all the way around to the Signet. A couple of nice game fish today. Those guys picked up $2,000 apiece for winning the dailies on the Dolphin and the Wahoo.
All right, guys, so as we were talking to the crew of the Signet, we are learning a little bit more about the history of this boat. Can you tell us what you were telling me?
Yeah, that's a 1960 Ravovich. It's a 44-foot, and it was just in the boatyard 2 weeks ago before we came here, and it was a rush to get it out to make sure it got to Hatteras in time to be here at the tournament.
Hey, well, you guys made it here safe and sound. And you mentioned that this might be the oldest boat fishing in the tournament. What year was it built?
1960. So I'm not sure there's any others out here that are this old, still out there banging away trying to find them.
That's right. Wow, the fish this boat must have raised over the last, 64 years?
Yep.
Wow, that's incredible. And to think that you guys have already caught 2 Blue Marlin this week?
3 Blue Marlin. 3. That was our 3rd.
Wow, and I take it you guys are in the non-sonar division?
Of course not.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Hey, well, you still got $5,000, a great payday today. Still a great payday for today, and lots of good memories. Where are you guys coming up from?
We're actually all out of Virginia, and so but the boat will live in Pirates Cove.
Very nice. Well, they have a tournament coming up later in the season, the last tournament of the NC Billfish Series. So keep an eye out for this crew at the Pirates Cove Billfish Tournament. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, well, what a way to wrap up day 4 of the 66th annual Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament. 56 boats out of 302 fishing today, and you just saw the Signet come in and collect a check for $5,000. A 1960
Wow. They just do not make them like that anymore.
that harkens back to the absolute beginnings of the Big Rock tournament, Carly, in the late 50s. How about that? Just a beautiful boat. All right. Well, nonetheless, our leaderboard did not change in the Blue Marlin division. Game
yet.
time, not today. Game time still in the lead, 516 pounds, followed closely by the release, that electric moment we saw here on Monday at 504 pounds, and the Builder's Choice there in third place at 431 pounds.
And Tom,
Carly, the top 3 fish, each one stand to win over $1.8 million each.
And that is a tournament record, I do believe. I don't think there is any other tournament in the world that has paid out $3 million prizes
you're not
to separate
kidding.
fish.
And, of course, the purse this year, Carly, a little over $7.5 million. Wow. A lot of
That's
money.
going to be hard to beat.
We just went through, of course, all the prizes that the Signet just won there. The Gregory Poole Daily first billfish released each day. We've talked about the release and the Builder's Choice. A couple of days ago, the Ava D came in, and
They're holding on to that spot.
46.2 pounds, beat their second place competitor by less than a pound. I saw Walt Creighton just a minute ago, and I said, Walt, I've heard there's a 60-pounder coming to the scales. He about turned white as a sheet. I had to tell him I was just picking on him. All right. A lot of action happens offshore, of course, in our release division. And again, today, 8 blue marlins, 1 sailfish, and 3 white marlin released today by that fleet of 56 boats. The Speculator, Carly, is having a great week.
They are,
Great
Tommy.
old big boat.
That is probably one of the largest boats in the tournament, and they have had a great week. Currently, they are in the lead in that level 8 release division with 2,000 points. That's 5 blue marlin that have been released by them this week.
Caught 4 of them in one day.
That's right, and that is an incredible day for anyone in Morehead City. But Sandbob is on their tail, and I believe that Sandbob has tomorrow and Saturday is fishing day. So who knows what could happen. We might see them.
150 points behind. Just to give you an idea of that money, $150,000 for first place in the weekly release division, and the Speculator will pick up an extra $50,000 for a daily. They're looking at winning a couple of $100,000 right now out of the record-breaking 66th annual Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament. Also, in the non-sonar release division, the Redemption has picked up a couple of blue marlins, looking at $86,000, and another almost 30 for a daily. They're going to have a nice week if it holds up. And one of the things we didn't see any today, but some outboards. They're out there too, and they're competing for their own purse. The Super Flat is in the lead, having released a blue marlin, going to pick up right now almost $20,000, and add that to the winner take all, another $30,000 to go with it.
They're looking
if it
at
holds
just
up.
around $50,000 for that. And
Yeah.
if you look on our website, you'll see our leaderboard, and you can see that each of the boats that are in the outboard level 9 division, they are tied with 400 points, and that is all based on time. So the Super Flat was the first outboard boat entered in that division to release a blue marlin on
to
Monday.
achieve the winning total. You got it.
But it's anyone's game over the next 2 days. They still have time to get an extra release in and move to the top of the leaderboard.
Yep.
Speaking of the release division, Game Time, who is currently in the top spot for the Blue Marlin division, is in the 3rd place Sonar release division. So in all, they are looking at a pretty hefty payday of just about $1.9 million. So
What a great week of fishing they've had.
It's
Boys from
anyone's
Georgia.
game.
Other than their Bulldogs, who they pull for mightily, they've had a pretty good week. So
absolutely.
some of the state crowd got on them on Monday, I believe. All right, Carly, that is the leaderboard. We saw a couple of lucky guys pick up a couple $1,000 today for a wahoo and a dolphin. Tomorrow, what are we looking at tomorrow? Weather a little bit. Who knows? I think we're setting ourselves up for a wild Saturday. That's my prediction.
I'm going to call that with you too, Tommy. I think tomorrow the weather's not looking good, but a lot of boats still have 2 eligible fishing days. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 100 to 200 boats fishing tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see. The weather is looking a little problematic tomorrow, but we're wishing everyone safe travels, tight lines, and who knows what will happen tomorrow.
Now, of course, the weather here at Big Rock Landing is going to be sunny and breezy just like it is today. It'll be a beautiful day here. Offshore, maybe not so much. But the one thing about it, those guys have a chance to compete in the daily release prize category. $50,000 a day for the sonar boats, $28,000 for the non-sonar boats. So it does pay to go. You could catch 1 blue marlin first and be the winner.
That's exactly right, Tommy. And we did hear the Signet crew say that they are not entered in the non-sonar or sonar release division. So though they've released 3 Blue Marlin this week. They are not in the running for any more money than the $5,000 that they earned today.
They don't have a sonar.
They don't have a sonar.
They would be the winner by far.
They
in that
definitely
category.
would have been. They have had a great week. And to be first-time participants and catch 3 Blue Marlin on a boat that's over 60 years old,
yeah.
I think they had a pretty great week.
Well, now,
They'll be back.
don't be knocking on things that are 60 years old, okay?
just
All right. All right. Right, Wanda? That's right. All right. Well, always good fun here at Big Rock Landing. We do have a great time, and thanks for hanging in there with us and enjoying the afternoon today. All right, that's going to do it for us here on Big Rock TV. I bet you the guys at the weigh station will be breaking down here shortly.
Yep.
So we will be here tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. Again, you can follow us on all of our social media outlets: Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, X, Twitter, whatever they call it today.
All the good stuff.
All of that stuff, we've got it.
We have some very great content coming from our social media interns, Ashley and Ella. They are going out to participants and asking them all the hard questions that everyone wants to know the answer to. So stay tuned to our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and of course the Big Rock app for all that content.
You got it. So good night from here on day 4 of the Big Rock Blue Marlin tournament, and we'll see you here tomorrow.